Wow, you guys, Kellyanne Conway went on The View and it got out of hand. Check this out.
There's never been a presidential candidate anything close to Donald Trump, which is why this lady may have the hardest job in politics. Please welcome Trump campaign manager Kellyanne Conway to the table. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, I want to give credit where credit is due because I think that I have seen some positive movements in the Trump campaign since you've come on board, and I think a lot of people at home would acknowledge that too, so thank you for that. But I want to get right to it because in speaking about Monday night, a source within the campaign has said that Trump's failures in that debate were more about execution than preparation. A lot of people want to know, did he lose his nerve in that moment?
I thought he was a complete gentleman to her, and he hasn't gotten a lot of credit for that. At the beginning, he said very graciously, Secretary Clinton. Then he said, may I call you Secretary Clinton? And she sort of looked and he said, I want you to be happy. It's very important to me. At the end of the night, after she hit him with some really negative attacks, he said to her, I came here ready to play rough and say some things about you, but I won't do it because your family's here, but I'd appreciate if you stop running all these negative ads about me. So I don't think he gets credit for restraint, and restraint is a virtue. In fact, it's a presidential virtue. But he did go in there prepared.
I'm talking about policy, though, because I was at home and I was, in truth, jumping through my television on issues like the Clinton Foundation, on Benghazi, on her
Obamacare,
emails.
you name
so
it.
people are saying there were missed opportunities for him to come back and have responses to that. Where was he in those moments, and will he be there next time?
He will. And he obviously knows all of those issues, had prepared all those issues, Jedediah, but he actually was answering the questions asked of him. And sometimes Mr. Holt was asking the questions, sometimes Hillary Clinton was interjecting with something that had not been asked, and he was answering them literally. But you're right. This election is what it has always been about.
So,
if you're part of the 70%, if you're part of the 70% of Americans, including women who have said, I want this country to go in a new and different direction, if you say you want a change, as most Americans do, if you care about the 12.9 million women who have no health insurance, the 16.9 million women who are in poverty, then I think the choice is very clear.
Wait a minute, he's only supposed to answer
because you just did what he doesn't do. He doesn't give any information. He doesn't say, and I'm glad to see you here. It would have been nice if he had showed up, because I noticed he goes to all the shows where the guys are. How come he didn't come today? He's been invited on numerous occasions to do this show.
He's often not in New York, because I'll tell you what, he's often...
Honey, I'm a New Yorker. Don't BS a BS.
I'm not BSing. I'm in New York.
You know, really, I mean...
I would love for him to come to The View,
Is he
but
scared of us because we're women? Tell the truth.
No, I want to tell you, he actually said hello.
Oh, he did?
And he actually said that when he heard
What
I
else
was
did he
invited
say?
on, when I was invited on the show, he said, I hope that you'll do that show. I think that's terrific. I'm sure he's watching, or we'll watch later. But he's on the road every single day. He gave like 40 speeches in one month on policy.
Believe me,
He's not at fundraisers with donors.
On policy, Kellyanne, and you know he has been very vague.
That's not fair. Whoopi, it's not fair. He's out there every single day. No, sorry.
Listen, I'm out here every day, but I have to say something, and he says nothing. He goes out, he says, we're going to make America great again. He doesn't tell you how. He says, all these people are bad, and this is what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you why they're bad.
No, okay, so if I may respectfully disagree. He's out there every day. You can see it because it's all televised or it's on YouTube. You can pull the clips. 10-point plan to reform the Veterans Administration. 5-point plan to give middle-class tax relief. A new child care tax credit that Republicans...
Where was it Monday? Where was it Monday night? Why didn't he... All the things that you're talking about are great.
I remember.
Why weren't they present?
And you will hear more about it. And I agree with you. I agree with all of you that there is so much to be held to account on Hillary Clinton's record. She said she's...
No, we're talking about Donald.
Well,
we're talking about Donald, baby.
I know, we want this election to be about him.
We talk about things that we're going to hear more about, and the fact that he did leave a lot of things on the table there, but yet even after the debate, he said, I wanted to say I got out everything except for the transgressions of Bill Clinton. He says he didn't go there because of the respect that he has for Chelsea Clinton. But are you advising him to go there? Is that fair game?
Is it relevant, really?
But is it fair game? What does he have to gain?
I'm not advising him to go there. It's fair game to think about how Hillary Clinton treated those women after the fact. She called Monica Lewinsky
how he treats women
a loony
all
tune.
the time.
Hold on, but that's talked about all the time, Whoopi. That's on this show constantly. To answer your question. It's really what's a treatment of women. I can tell you the thing about Donald Trump that I hope you would all give credence to is he is surrounded by strong women. He has employed thousands and thousands of women over the years.
Let me ask you something about Hillary.
And they get promoted. I'm the first campaign manager for a Republican presidential candidate.
Wouldn't you turn on the women if your husband was cheating on you? You'd turn on them too, wouldn't you?
I would. I would leave him though.
Experience, right? Your husband's never
Well,
cheated.
my mother did. My mother had that experience, and she left. No, and she loved my mother. You know, I was raised by a single mother, and I'm sure there are many watching your show. And that's who I am. I was raised to be very independent and to give, not to take, and to think for myself and to be entrepreneurial and to think about family and faith and values. I was raised by a single mom who took her high school degree and went and supported us. She, you know, that's how I got through Catholic school. That's how I got through college and law school. She made sacrifices. In fact, I was raised in a household that looks like this. I was raised by my mother, her mother, and two of my mother's unmarried sisters.
That's
totally
why we're in such shock that you're supporting him.
No, that's why I am supporting him.
That's why. Go ahead.
He said just this week that he was talking about Miss Universe Alicia Machado's weight, saying she gained a massive amount of weight and it was a problem. In the past, he's called her an eating machine. I feel uncomfortable with it as a woman, but I'm curious how you felt about those comments.
Well, I don't discuss people's weights and their looks. I'm sure that on your Twitter feed right now, you have viewers discussing my looks and my intelligence.
Did you say to him?
No, I'm sure you people. Right, I never knew how ugly and how stupid I was until, you know, we had Twitter and Facebook.
But did you reprimand him for that and say to him, listen, why are you saying women are fat? Why are you calling women fat pigs? Did you say that to him?
Yes, I think it's beside the point. But hold on, that he gave that particular woman a second chance. The company involved wanted her terminated. Hold on.
Too good.
No, that is just the truth. Hold on. I want everybody to know this. Because she was in breach of contract and the company wanted her terminated, he gave her a second chance. The choices were give her a second chance or terminate her, and he did that. He also has said publicly, I think last night, he's talked to her very briefly over any number of years. This was 20 years ago, and she obviously has a troubled past that I won't get into.
So
but
what?
Well, hold on.
It has nothing to do with her being fat or skinny.
No, I get that, but with this country, listen, we spend $60 billion
We're going to stick it around. We're going to hear more. You're sticking around. Kellyanne is sticking around. We will be right back for more of this.
Wow, guys, I just want to start it off like this. It would be really nice if Whoopi let whoever's on the show speak for longer than 5 seconds. I feel like whoever speaks for longer than 5 seconds will get to prove a point to make sense to them. Then I would think the points that the people make will make more sense to them just because they got to hear it. I honestly can't stand the View. The hostility there all the time when they invite a guest on to come speak is just crazy. How do you invite someone on just to talk over them when you said, I want to hear your point, and all you do, like I just said, is talk over them? It makes no sense when you try to run a show and you're getting funded to just push the agenda. If I was Trump's VP or Trump's just manager, I wouldn't go. It's like if you go on the show, you got to sit there, then you have to think about the question, break down the question, and you also have to make sure the question is not line you up for another question that's going to make you look like you're just some horrible person. Let me know what you guys think about this quick video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what you react to. We're out.